Well, greetings again, everyone. It's me, Nick Michalak, and the stellar Steve Frazier.
Thank you.
And we're doing a surprise commentary. We didn't announce this one terribly much ahead of time, but we're covering Jackie Brown from Quentin Tarantino, and this is being released on Tarantino's birthday. And so, happy birthday.
And it's our very first Tarantino.
Yes.
We'll talk more about him when we start rolling here.
More about it. But guys, we're watching out the 4K. I just bought it. We're going to experience it all for the first time. So guys, sync up your own copy, whatever copy you do have, to the timestamp of 0. Turn on your subtitles, and we'll get synced up with a countdown. So, in 3, 2, 1, play.
All right. Here we go. We know this is, kind of a drama.
Mm-hmm.
Not the usual fare for us.
No.
But if I'm ranking the 9 films of Quentin Tarantino, and I do have them written out at home, I do not have it in front of me, but I do know that on my list of 1 through 9, Kill Bill is number 9.
Okay.
And Jackie Brown is number 1.
I saw this in the theater in 97.
This opened on Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day.
You saw it on Christmas Day.
We all went to see it.
It opened on Christmas Day of 1997. Unfortunately for it was 6 days behind the juggernaut
Titanic.
Of Titanic.
Yeah.
And it got buried.
And, I mean, this is hot off of Pulp Fiction, and people are, after Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, people kind of got into an expectation of what a Tarantino film should be. It's very much a different type of film than that.
Well, he wrote it, but it's not an original.
No, it's based on the novel from Elmore, Leonard called Rum Punch.
Which I did consider trying to read real quick before we covered this, but I didn't.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there is an audiobook, but it's coming out in April after we've done.
Are you going to read it or listen to it?
Maybe. We'll see. It's a little bit different. Apparently, original novel, the character is Jackie Burke, and she's white, not black.
All right.
So it's a little bit different vibes.
Well, Quentin Tarantino loves a black.
Oh, yeah.
He loves blaxploitation.
Oh, yeah.
He loves Pam Grier.
Oh, yeah. He had posters up in his office of her films, and he meant to take them down before she came in for the audition, but he didn't. And there's a little discourse between the two of them, like, did you do that to kind of impress me, or this, that, and everything? But either way.
So she just gets to walk right through because
yeah.
Life in an Airport in 1997.
Way different.
Very, very different. There was Sally Mankey's name just crossed the screen. Tragically passed away after I got...
Our editor?
Yes. Edited, I think, 8 out of the 9.
Yeah.
And then she died.
Yeah. And shot cinematographer Guillermo Navarro. I think he worked with Rodriguez. And he definitely worked with Del Toro after this. Guillermo Del Toro.
And then the Weinsteins, of course, with Miramax
sadly.
and all of that business. And we're talking over this fucking great song.
Oh my god, I have the soundtrack, man. I mean, a lot of this is... The songs are cherry-picked from the blaxploitation stuff, but... even though it's a film that's still set in the 90s, Tarantino makes it feel like it's the 70s.
Yeah.
The locations, the photography, the dress, everything is very cherry-picked in that regard.
And, okay, in case anybody is from out of town or out of country, 110th Street is the demarcation in New York City where Manhattan crosses over into Harlem.
Mm-hmm.
So, across 110th Street means you're in Harlem, and it means you're in, like, black land.
Yeah.
Essentially.
And that was a theme for a film called Across 110th Street about that sort of thing in the 70s.
I fly a lot.
Yeah.
And there's something so great about her as a flight attendant.
No.
It just works for me. Chicks with Guns is the most ridiculous concept. It is it is very Tarantino.
But it definitely feels like something you would have found at Suncoast back in the day or something.
Right.
Look at this talent, man.
This is... What a duo.
I mean, this is still peak De Niro times.
Great look out of him.
Yeah.
And what I really love about De Niro in this movie is his silence.
Oh, yeah.
De Niro does almost all of the acting with no dialogue. Not no dialogue, but...
Yeah. Minimal. It's such a minimalist performance.
Right.
And Tarantino is like... He's not really plot inclusive for a lot of the film, but it's like you learn about the character by just hanging out with him. And one of the things that Jackson was kind of realizing, not when they were making the film, but when he actually saw the film, was like, yeah, he's a guy who just got out of the clink.
Right.
He's fresh out of it, so it's like this guy is trying to gradually find his footing back in the actual world.
And what a beauty she was at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Not so much now.
Yeah, she was... Bridget Fonda was hot in the 90s so much.
And here, just by the editing...
Yeah.
We're getting...
Connections.
Right. We absolutely, positively got to kill every motherfucker in the room... Except no substitutes.
Look at the detail in the 4K. Too,
it's
man.
beautiful.
Fabulous.
I say that all the time. I quote. That's one. When I think of Jackie Brown, I think of that line.
Yeah. Oh man, Jackson. Oh my God, we're going to talk a lot about this guy. I don't want to blow my.
Your load?
Blow the top off of this thing too fast. Oh. Got a long way to go.
We do have a long way to go. And how is... We already know so much about De Niro.
Oh, yeah.
And he hasn't... I don't even know if he's had a line yet.
Barely in utterances.
And we know so much about her also.
Oh, yeah. I like the makeup they do on her. Because a lot later on, Ordell says, like, oh, she's not as cute as she used to be. She's not as young as she used to be. And they just kind of put they kind of bronze her up a little bit and make her like a real thorough tan on her. It just makes her skin look a little aged a little bit more than she was at the time.
It's almost like she's turned on.
Oh, yeah.
There was... So I just read an article not that long ago.
Sure.
That... And I don't... Again, my memory.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was, but it was a critic.
All right.
That kind of panned the movie because of Tarantino's obsession
With the N-word?
with the N-word.
There's some backlash about that. Because some people felt like he was trying to fetishize the word in some way. Tarantino had a quote saying, like, once a certain word like that has too much power, then everyone should just go out and shout it from the rooftops to suck the power away from it. The more you say it, the less it has an impact, is what his thought was. So if it's got a taboo against it, if you want to drive it into the ground and kind of strip it of its power, that's what you would do.
It might have been Spike Lee.
Spike Lee did have a quote about, like, what does he want to be, honorary black man?
Okay, then that's what I'm thinking of. Is Spike Lee had some not nice things to say about this.
He just felt, Spike Lee more or less felt like Tarantino was trying to make it cool and stuff like that. He just felt like he was bludgeoning it over the head with people. And it didn't feel like it was true to real black culture to kind of have someone talking that way all the time.
So, obviously, I've never lived one day as a black man.
Sure, yeah.
But when I see Sam Jackson in this role, using the word as he has so far in just this one scene,
it makes it sound natural as hell.
I mean, I don't know. I love the title cards that tell you where they are and whatever.
Yeah.
But it does feel natural.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel offensive in any way. And, maybe I'm the wrong demographic to say what is and is not offensive.
Yeah.
Well. Being offended is a choice. He's got that, is he wearing that same kind of kangaroo hat? Yeah.
Yeah.
Forget the brand, I can't read it. But I feel like he wore those, he might still wear them, like in real life.
Yeah. I was watching some of the behind the scenes out there. Was actually one embroidered with the film's logo on it.
Oh, fun.
That he had.
What an interesting collection. He's got, like, the Ferris wheel made out of Tinker Toys and the Ringling Brothers. And here we have Robert Forster.
Oh, man. I can tell you, Quentin Tarantino was just in love with Forster, that he kept wanting to put him in different projects, but it never quite worked out. He wanted him for the Christopher Walken role in True Romance, but Tony Scott went with Walken instead.
Sure.
And apparently there was another role he wanted for him in Pulp Fiction, but that didn't work out. But
dude, Christopher Walken was, I feel like, was way better than Forster would have been in that role.
Yeah. Walken is just a blockbuster. That's one of the best scenes I've ever seen. Him and Hopper.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that he said Raptor bag, like, because they were a brand new team at that point. So, I think already, like, I'm in love with Sam Jackson's character.
Oh, yeah. I love this. I'll say more later.
I want to be friends with this guy.
If we go back to a wide shot on Jackson. We get back to one.
And then we've got the name Max Cherry.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, I was going to say, De Niro's doing all type of stuff in the background, man. He's doing all character work back there.
Yeah. I saw him. He was making the coffee.
Yeah.
He was looking at magazines.
Oh, yeah. All kinds of business. Right. He's been locked up for, what, 4 or 5 some odd years?
Just shy of 4 years.
So just shy of it. It's just in the time when you didn't quite have remote keys and stuff like that.
Right.
You don't know nothing.
And then the line about the levels, I got upset just like
touch my levels, man. Yeah. Precious about it all.
Great.
I love the close-ups.
The 4K is really doing favors for these guys.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Max Cherry is a top 10 character name in the history of cinema.
Yeah. But I love these close-ups because you get the eyes. These guys are working the eyes so much. I mean, just have character and how they're looking at each other. He's all chill, laid back. Cherry's a little bit more pushing to be inquisitive.
I wonder if that's a real address.
Well,
1436 Florence Boulevard. I'm gonna Google Map this thing. Well, it came up, but it came up as a
complex or
Family Dollar.
well, they can't all be true to life.
I was hoping it was going to be like a bail bonds office or something as an inside. Right. And this is Chris Tucker.
Yeah, he was rising up hot right now.
We haven't talked about the chin ponytail.
Yeah, it's a look, man.
Well, only because he's clean shaven.
Oh yeah,
elsewhere.
Work. Yeah.
I wonder if that's real or if that's a prosthetic. Think they glued that on?
That's a maybe. Yeah. It's an old crap. Love this. I mean, just it's all one shot.
Yeah, it is. It's one.
Talent,
it's one take.
It's all letting the talent flow.
Or one shot. Yeah, maybe not one take, but
no, it's all one. Just a single take. There's no cutaways. There's no over the shoulders. Nothing.
Right. And I don't know the history of Tarantino to know if he was a multiple take kind of guy. Like, I know that...
Well, I don't think he's quite Eastwood, but he's not Stanley Kubrick.
Because Eastwood is famous for, like, one or two. Well,
because he was so used to Sergio Leone, where they weren't recording any audio on the fucking productions of the Spaghetti Western, so I didn't give a shit how you delivered the line.
Right.
I'll dubbing it in later.
And it's still all one shot.
Oh, yeah, I love it. This is the sort of thing I so loved. You just set it down, let the actors work it. That's all you need. I mean, I like Chris Tucker, man. I mean, some people still will get a little agitated by some of his hyperactive stuff, but I mean, this scene alone just shows the guy had talent. If you can hang in a oneer with Sam Jackson, you got something going.
I mean, that was like, what, 3 minutes?
Close to it,
yeah.
And then they're doing this. They do like 3 oneers here.
Does this go all the way to the car and around the corner? Because that's unbelievable. I don't know if I...
Even though we have the volume down low, this nice thing is that with all the whipping across with the fencing, they've got a little sound effect in it to go with it, too.
Really?
A little whip by sound effect. Like these nice little interesting touches they do.
I guess that was a cut. Okay. I was thinking it was going to go all the way. Trunk cam here.
Yeah. That's a signature Tarantino bit, yeah.
There's,
I just love these two. Surprising was 9% of it. No,
so
again, I mean, Tarantino's a dialogue king in that regard. I mean, he knows how to write characters.
Tarantino
Sharp dialogue.
Tarantino is kind of the Stephen King of sharp dialogue.
Yeah.
However,
characterization maybe not quite as
the problem is
wide.
Many characters in the same film all sound like they've been written by Tarantino.
Right.
So I would believe 100% that, like, if I just read the dialogue, the script of Sam Jackson's character, I feel like it would fit in Reservoir Dogs and in Pulp Fiction.
Sure, yeah.
Oh, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Fuck, yes. No, gravy and onions. No. Red beans and rice. Now I'm down.
Some greens.
Red beans and rice is Nollins. Chicken and waffles. Ooh.
Oh, he's tempting them real hard, man. I like this track too, man.
The close-up of the radio is such an important element.
Yeah. And again, even the selection of cars, because right now, you're at the pivot point of cars in this age, whatnot, going from the tape to even just a digital stereo. Very particular, just having the boxy old sedans and everything. It's all very particular aesthetics. Apparently the novel was only published in like 92, so it's not like he wrote it back in like 76 or something like that.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that new.
Yeah, I was surprised too. Because Elmore Leonard, I mean, he's a phenomenal writer. He's got so many adaptations. Get Shorty, 52 Pickup, Out of Sight. But he had written a novel with Ordell and Lewis, De Niro's character, about doing the bank robbery stuff.
Oh, the prequel?
Back in like the 70s.
This is the shot I was thinking of.
Oh yeah, this whole shot. This is fabulous. And that one did get turned into a movie much later on. It was starring Mos Def as Ordell and John Hawkes as De Niro's character.
Weird.
It was called, they renamed it into Life of Crime. It was like 2012 or something like that. It got fairly good reviews, but it wasn't a high-profile flick.
He literally drove around the corner.
Yeah, just an empty lot, and
it's the most expensive $11,000. But you're right, the car, I mean, it feels like the 70s.
Yeah. And it feels like something you could still get away with in 97. Like, you couldn't really do that approach now. And have a whole bunch of boxy cars and everything. You couldn't quite get away with boxy cars and have it be still set right now. Like 2025, trying to pull that off as if it's set in 2025 and still have a bunch of retro cars as just everything in the retro art design and the costume design. I just don't. I would liked it. I just don't feel like it would feel quite as natural.
The little tappy of the hands on the cap.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. What a great little character thing. Like, like he's enjoying it, but is he really enjoying it?
He's enjoying it enough, the fact that, like, well, 4 years inside...
He's rocking and rolling.
It's better than anything he's had in 4 years.
Just the little tappy of the hands is, God damn it, that is one of the greatest things.
Yeah.
That little thing.
I mean, why De Niro's so good in this, and he's so just fully into the character.
I think now, I'll probably get a lot of heat for this.
Sure, go ahead. Never stopped you before.
No, it never has. I do not think that De Niro is like on the list of greatest actors of all time. I think De Niro is really good at playing one or two things.
Okay.
But I don't think that he's got a lot of range or depth.
Okay.
That being said, he has put out some fantastic performances.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying he's bad.
He's crushed some stuff like hell.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's bad.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't like him. I just don't think that he's in the pantheon of the greatest actors.
I mean, as we've had a lot of discourse about Gene Hackman lately, as he's passed.
Right.
That's a guy who could do broad ranges of things.
Right. Although he did not have... Like, he took a lot of chunks of time off.
Yeah, probably. And sometimes he was trying to dabble in producing, maybe.
Right. He probably had
exercises in directing. But just in terms of De Niro, I mean, in this thing, like, it's not the type of role you've seen De Niro do before or since. He's kind of schlubby guy who's a little bit out on the fringes of certain things, and he's not a sharp character in any type of way. He's just he's a bit of a bum.
Right. Well,
you don't see De Niro play the bum. He's usually in some tight suit or something else like that in a pretty refined role.
Well, think about...
Or even some more like Raging Bull, which is definitely a different role than this.
I mean, think back just 2 years prior when he was in Heat.
Oh, yeah. Complete flip of this character.
Yeah, I mean...
Complete opposite of this.
I think he's better in this movie than he is in Heat. As a performance.
I just think this is such an underrated performance.
Yes.
He's doing so much, and he's not drawing attention to himself. But I like that almost the entire scene, he's the one in focus. Because he is the focus of the scene. Because even though Ordell's doing all the talking, it's his reaction to what's going on is what's selling the scene. Grasping the gravity of the situation.
Right. And also realizing what kind of mess he's getting himself into.
How far you want to get in on this thing, man.
And did he even say 2 words?
I don't know if he said much of anything. He just said, "What was that in the trunk?"
Yeah.
That's about it. And now...
Cabo Air. Oh, Batman has entered the chat.
Goddamn Michael Keaton. And it's such the interesting thing, him playing Ray Nicolette, because Soderbergh was going into production on Out of Sight at the same time this was partway into production, and he plays the same character in that film as well from another studio.
Ray Nicolette?
Yes. Although here he's DEA, in the other film he's FBI. But
was that also that was an Elmore Leonard?
Yes.
How crazy is it that they, and I didn't realize this, that they got him to play both?
Yeah, because Tarantino cast him first, and then the Soderbergh film was kind of waiting to see what they would do here. And since they got Keaton into this role first, they had dibs on kind of the rights to the whole thing. But Tarantino told Miramax, do not charge Universal to use the character. So he did Soderbergh a solid.
I see.
And Tarantino pretty much had to do a lot of kind of convincing to Keaton to kind of like get him to take the role and kind of figure the role out himself. But, I mean, he's so good.
Yeah, he said, looks like 50 grand, and he didn't even turn his eyes.
Oh, yeah.
He is so
exactly
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
He's cool.
Yeah.
And I really like Pam Grier here did a thing where she went from like customer service face
to now like Stonewall.
Yes.
I want my lawyer.
Yes. And the lighting of the cigarette without answering the question.
Yeah.
Cabo Air is like such a ridiculous great line.
Yeah.
This movie is full of great lines.
Oh yeah,
Tarantino should have won Oscars long before he did.
Yeah. I mean, I've gone across a good amount of Elmore Leonard stuff. I watched the Justified series. Leonard is so well known for his characterizations, his dialogue, and just it melds into Tarantino. Because like Tarantino's probably taking a lot of stuff that's directly from the novel. He doesn't have to beef it up. He doesn't have to do anything like anything that Elmore Leonard did. He wanted to do pretty much almost exactly into the film. Again, I like the close-ups. Just like they're really letting it sit there and have her react. Again, that's a sign of a good editor.
Yes.
Knowing where the focus of the scene needs to be. Now Eric would just do shot for a shot, back and forth as the rhythms and the dialogue goes back and forth. But the story, it's her story. How she reacts to what's being pinned on her is what the story is here. That's where the emotion is. How she's going to figure her way out of this. Also, it's interesting, I mean, before this, Tarantino had been doing CinemaScope stuff. But that's when he decided to go 185 for the aesthetics of the whole thing. And I think that works for how they're using the compositions.
Well, yeah,
it works good for the close-up stuff.
Right, you can't really tell because there's no TVs in 185 anymore.
Yeah.
But it does make a closer up, as it were.
Yeah. You don't have as much negative space. If you have a CinemaScope thing, you can't. It's a little more awkward doing close-ups to a certain degree. You have to kind of plan them out in a certain way. You can't do them quite as conventionally, or else you have either you're chopping off a lot of their face, or you have to have a bunch of like negative space on part of the screen. 185 works better for close-up work.
Yeah. Beauty products. No cell phones.
Uh-oh.
And
now she's going to get pinched.
And I don't...
That's a lot of coke.
What I like is that they shot it like from the side, so we don't know if he planted it there.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like it was down low.
Right.
And then a great cut right to the
Right.
jail.
Yeah. Right. And there's little Sid Haig.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Who apparently her and Pam were very good friends. They'd done a couple of films back in the day, and she didn't know that he was playing the judge that day. So it was a
really?
nice little surprise for her. I lost Sid a couple, not too many years ago. He was constant on the convention circuit. Him and Mosley.
Right, well, Mosley still makes all the rounds.
Yeah, but they were
It's
kind of a
crazy
team.
to think. So House of a Thousand Corpses came out, I think, in 2005.
Rough, yeah.
But they'd shot it a couple of years
Oh, yeah,
before
because
that.
it went around and around in circles of the studio and everything, and distributors.
That means that it was only like maybe 5 years after this that it was filmed.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. Nice split diopter they're working on there.
Yeah. Not a conventional casting for a judge.
Yeah. But he works. That's great. Great, the camera work, the blocking of it all.
Right,
staging.
because... And then again, this is one shot.
Oh, yeah.
Or, yeah.
Yeah.
From... Yep.
From the walkout, all that, yeah.
And old Robert Forster. Oh, welcome back.
There you go. It's a little mini bar there.
So, Robert Forster, here's where they were just going to take the bond from this guy and slide it on over to her. So, Forster, who, as far as I know, had never really had a leading role.
Nothing like an A-list film. I mean, he'd done like exploitation films, all types of stuff here and there. But it was all kind of B-movie stuff here and there, just kind of not your mainstream hits. He'd been just another working actor, regular working actor. I mean, they considered like John Saxon for the role. They considered like Paul Newman for the role. So they had a certain type they were looking for. But Lord, they hit it on the money.
He is beyond perfect. And he did so well that it got him an Oscar nomination.
Yes.
And I believe heretofore, Tarantino, I don't know if any of the films had been, well, was Pulp Fiction was nominated.
Pulp Fiction was nominated for
Best Picture.
Yeah.
It was. And I think he was nominated for screenwriting. But I don't know if any of them had been nominated for acting.
I don't think so. I don't believe so.
And I do think it says something about you as a director if one of your stars gets nominated for an Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
And if I recall correctly, it was a pretty heated race that year. And I know...
I just looked it up like 2 nights ago.
I know ultimately he did not win because Robin Williams won.
Good Will Hunting.
For Good Will Hunting, which is fine. I'm not a Robin Williams guy whatsoever, except for Dead Poet Society. And I understand that they gave Robin Williams his award as basically a Lifetime Achievement type situation. And I don't know if Max Cherry here would have won, because I think there were some other heavy hitters in there.
Best actor and leading.
Supporting,
yes. Then Anthony Hopkins for Amistad.
Great. He played the president, John Quincy Adams.
Greg Kinnear for As Good as It Gets.
Which went on to win Best Actor and Best Actress.
And Burt Reynolds for Boogie Nights.
Who
didn't like the role. He
didn't
had
like the
a lot
role.
of problems with
He wasn't necessarily so great in. I mean, that was one of those like
kind of resurgent.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
appreciate you for everything you've done before.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, that's character. Diametrically opposed viewpoints.
Right.
Dale's just trying to con him, kind of sweet talk him into the whole thing, but
he's so good with the close-ups.
Oh yeah. Again, to your thing about director being somewhat influential about the entire thing of someone, one of your actors getting nominated, it does have a lot to do with the craft, how you present the performance.
Yeah, it
with the
does.
craft of cinematography and editing and stuff like that, that aids in it.
There's also, let's call a spade a spade,
Right.
there is also a fair amount of politicking.
Yeah,
And-
the Weinsteins were notorious for all that shit, too.
Right. And so things like Anthony Hopkins winning actor in a leading role for Silence of the Lambs, even though
Right.
only being on screen for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, but brilliant altogether.
I don't think it's a leading role.
No, it's a supporting role, really.
Right. But if you position it as one thing, you got a really good shot at getting the one
Right.
thing, you know?
It's just, in that film, it's such a large presence through the entire course of the film.
Right.
So, the character creates such a larger impact around the surrounding elements of the story that even if the guy's not on screen, you're still feeling the impact of what he's done. So,
I mean, it goes the other way, too.
Yeah.
Just earlier this year,
sure.
Zoe Saldana
Yeah.
won an Oscar for her
The supporting
supporting role in Emilia Perez, even though she's the main character of the movie.
That's what I've heard.
And has first billing. Now,
Yeah.
the first billing is probably because of her.
Star power.
Star power.
She's a very, very big star.
I read somewhere recently that Zoe Saldana is like fourth in all time for box office dollars because of Avatar.
Avatar, Star Trek, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Everything. She's,
I think she's fourth all time.
I don't doubt it whatsoever.
This 4K is unbelievable,
Oh, yeah.
by the way.
Fabulous. This is reference
If
quality
you haven't
stuff.
gotten the 4K yet,
I'm glad I grabbed this.
Max Cherry.
Whenever I'm looking at comparing stuff on a 4K, any new transfer, it's faces, man. You got to look at the detail. That's where you get the details of faces.
The positioning too. Let's talk about the song.
Oh yeah.
And the line, "My heart skips a beat,"
Oh, yeah.
as it went to
Glorious.
right between their faces.
Oh yeah.
Like, chef's kiss.
These these are sharp inserts too.
He's always been really, really big on the sharp insert.
Oh yeah.
Across all of his films.
Yeah. There's a lot of times some filmmakers don't know how to use an insert properly. They just kind of throw it in there. Insert tells a story. Every shot is supposed to tell a story. You don't just throw stuff in there randomly, or just something to cut around. So all particular beats in the story to visualize what it's telling you.
Cockatoo Inn is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Great insert shot,
Yeah.
right of the cigarette machine.
Cigarette machine, man.
And then we stick this red light on.
Oh, yeah, that's glorious. You know, this 4K looks wonderful.
I feel like this is more red than in the Blu-ray.
Probably the Dolby Vision grade.
Because as we know, reds really always pop.
Oh, yeah.
So, she's out on bond.
Yeah.
And she still has a court date in 6 weeks.
Yeah. She can't work her job.
I'm just kind of fast forwarding in my mind to the end of the movie, and I'm trying to remember if any of that is resolved. I feel like it's not.
She never steps in a courtroom in the film.
Right,
again.
you know what I mean? Like we know how it ends.
Well, because it's all hooked on with Nicolette and everything about kind of a sting operation against Ordell.
Oh, that's right.
So that's where, yeah.
So they basically drop the charges to get at the other guy.
Yeah, yeah. So.
All right, so that there is resolution to that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing that is like, it showed Tarantino's just not a one-note type of guy. Doing the action stuff, the kind of violent stuff that he had in some of the other films he did before. This is heart. And it's something that Tarantino never is really known for doing. That he can draw this type of heart and emotion out of a story. It's so good.
I think he was able to reproduce, not to the same extent,
Okay.
but I think there are moments in Inglourious Bastards
I
where
did see that a long time ago on DVD.
that are really, really well, like
Crafted.
well crafted, yeah. And
yeah.
that is one that he won for.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Here come the
gloves.
killing gloves.
Killing gloves, yeah. And a little pistol.
I've never really heard any sort of interviews or anything. Like, I don't really do a lot of that stuff.
Sure, yeah.
But I would love to know... I'd love to hear him talk about his experience on this movie in particular. Sam Jackson. Because he's been in, 150 movies.
Yeah.
And
something more retrospective than something of back when they were making the film, like an EP.
Right. Like
something like right now.
I'd love to talk to him right now about it. So, at this point, as the viewer, we're thinking, okay, wrote the bond on Beaumont, killed Beaumont.
Yeah.
Wrote the bond on Jackie, now I gotta kill Jackie.
Yeah. Straight. I like this whole thing. This whole scene. A little dimmer. Yeah, it's nice.
I like that she left the door open to give light to the scene. I don't know. That's what got her like really busted.
Yeah. You're just smuggling the money. That's
a fine and whatever.
You can. That's not as incriminating. That's not putting under a weight of bricks that she's got to make a deal to screw him over with.
Is orange juice something that the average person just has in their refrigerator? Especially somebody that doesn't have children. I mean, I like orange juice, but I never buy it.
Well, that's a screwdriver.
Well, I understand. Maybe if I was
that's the case.
Maybe if I was a frequent screwdriver drinker, I would keep orange juice in the house.
Sure, yeah.
Right. Yeah, you're nailed it.
Good blocking here.
They being Tarantino,
Oh, yeah.
loves to have Robbie, like off to the side or from behind or down goes the light again.
That's nice by Jackson's little subtle intimidation.
And the silhouette is beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
How do you feel about the split screen?
I like it. It works with the 70s style.
Because it didn't really work in things like Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
You know, it was like it felt way too gimmicky.
I like Snake Eyes. It just... it's one to re-examine. There's things that work in it, some things don't work as well in it. I'm a little disappointed that... Because I paid for the De Palma documentary. The one he did where he just sat down and talked about his entire filmography. And he says like maybe 2.5 minutes about Snake Eyes is almost nothing. Now the Kino Lorber 4K, there's nothing from anyone who's involved with the film. Like, I want to know more about this film. Can't you interview David Koepp, who wrote the script? He's fabulous. Talk to him.
So, in this case, the split screen was perfect because you do not want to lose the tension of this scene.
No.
To cut to that.
No.
And what was also brilliant, not brilliant, but good, is that the Max Cherry half, there was no dialogue because he was by himself.
Right.
So you didn't need to have him talking to himself or whatever.
Just revelatory moment.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's hot.
Oh, yeah. Pam Grier's a badass, man. Still today, she's a badass.
And that totally makes sense because from his standpoint, plea deal means he goes down.
Right.
And
get him by the nuts right now.
I love, and this is probably more of an
Elmore
Leonard thing than it is a Tarantino thing, but I love that she works for Cabo Air.
Yeah.
Because as...
It's the bargain basement.
Right. Most people don't realize that, like, it's really hard to just become a flight attendant for United or American or...
I'm sure there's a lot of fucking effort to go into that.
Right. Like, there's...
A lot of certifications.
There's years of waiting, whatever.
Yeah.
But you could get a job with, you know, Joe Schmo Airline.
Yeah.
Now, there aren't as many Joe Schmo Airlines.
Not more. Not now.
But that was your stepping stone, right?
Yeah.
Like, foot in the door.
Yeah. But the fact is she's 45, thereabout, in this whole thing. She's on the ass end of things.
Oh, we're both 45. Oh, shit. we're on the ass end.
But she's not a 19-year-old working her way up. She's on the back end of it all.
Right.
That's the story here. Where I love that opening sequence, the title sequence, where it kind of shows her first looking very confident. But then as the thing goes along, she has to start running and catching up and trying to... She loses the facade of confidence, and now she's running to catch up with things.
Right.
That's kind of a metaphor for the whole film, really.
Yeah.
And so it's like this woman where, like, even Ordell kind of discounts her. Thinks he can bowl over like Beaumont, who's none the wiser about what's going to happen to him. But she's a more savvy woman than people give her credit for. Because they see too much of the surface of her. But Max, as the relationship grows, he sees more of the woman underneath. And what she's capable of and what the type of person she really is. And just, I mean, lovely. These two are so lovely together.
It's interesting that she doesn't say, Ordell came over here to kill me and I took his gun. Yeah. Like, she's a little bit coy.
Yeah. This whole records thing, man. Now it's all circled back around.
Yeah, this is me right here. I never left.
We swooped right back around.
It's the #1 selling physical media.
Yeah.
Is this our first taste of the Delphonics?
Delphonics, baby, yeah.
I loved this song long before. And then this really...
Oh, yeah. Right
just drove it right home.
Again, art direction. It's really nice. I mean, we've talked ad nauseum about fucking wallpaper, and this works.
Yeah,
they found the right stuff that's not obnoxious. It's just complimentary.
This looks like the apartment of a 45-year-old lady who needs her job at the lowest end airline to make ends meet.
Yeah.
And Max, like, you know, he's dressed business casual, but he still feels like he's above everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah.
Close-ups again.
Yeah, inserts, yeah. I like the fact that when she's over here, they're not really like doing like a direct like close-up or trying to keep her always in frame. It's just a nice casual thing because it's almost like from his perspective,
right?
From his angle,
right? You're following his eye movements.
Yeah.
And actually, it's been going the other way, too.
Yeah.
Because his shot has always been the same from her point of view.
Yeah. It's nice, subtle...
That's that's fucking great.
Yeah,
until right here.
Yeah, then we break away to the two shot.
What a little
good
thing.
Looking two shot.
What a little thing.
Yeah.
That is, the point of view.
To just follow the character.
The perspectives.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, it's something I think about, Max Cherry. This one does feel... This movie feels the least Tarantino dialogue-ish.
Yeah.
Which, maybe that is slightly kind of an indictment of Tarantino and the fact that I have this as my number one.
Yeah.
But
and the fact that he's working off of someone else's material that he just highly admires.
Right. I do like the Tarantino dialogue, you know?
Yeah. I mean, way too many people did it in the 90s, and you can find enough Tarantino clones throughout the rest of the 90s.
Sure.
Not much of a problem. You could throw a stone and find one at the video store.
Right. I just, there's something about the combination of the story here and the cast of character, the casting,
yes,
of
so
the characters. It's perfect.
Yeah.
This is a perfect movie.
Yeah. I mean, as I last year introduced myself to 52 Pickup, which is another Elmore Leonard one, and I thought it has a lot of the same quality of character and dialogue this thing does have. It's not the same type of story, but I can still feel the elements that are Elmore Leonard staples. Like you watch stuff like that, you watch Justified, maybe Get Shorty, I've seen Out of Sight. They all have those same vibes and flavors of the types of characterizations and the dialogue interactions he was a master at.
What a great juxtaposition that is, right?
Oh yeah, now they're all...
She asked for permission.
Oh yeah.
He said, absolutely.
Now they're all happy. There's no playing games. No tough cop, no bad cop. And boy, the other guy, he's perfect LAPD. The mustache.
Yeah.
The grace note.
The fact that he's got this leather jacket on.
Yeah. With the glasses. It just fills out a vibe from all over, yeah. Feels a little more rock and roll to a certain degree.
Right.
So when the roll with some like spontaneity, I guess, is the kind of feel he'd have. Kind of plays it more like a vibe or a feeling instead of being like a clinical by the book. This is what we do. He kind of feels out a situation.
I love how smart this movie is.
Oh yeah. This is great.
Because this is a Tarantino special right there.
Well, I'm going to interject because
please,
this film is an Italian like gangster film. My friend Josh Hadley and I got contracted by a German company to produce a featurette for that film on a Blu-ray.
Really?
I edited the featurette for it.
Really?
It's up on my Vimeo.
What's the name of the movie?
Well, it has a couple different names, but it's called Beast with a Gun.
And somebody shot a featurette that you edited?
Josh produced it. He worked with a couple different people he knows who did like self-tape, like interviews for the whole thing, talking about the legacy of the film. And I edited the whole thing.
That's unbelievable.
It's on the actual Blu-ray, officially released.
That's unbelievable.
I actually still have the HD copy. I edited everything. Actual like screen or HD copy of the film.
Yeah.
It's pretty raw. It's violent, a lot of nudity, not safe for work.
Got it. I love just how De Niro is so...
Oh, yeah. Thoroughly into this characterization.
Yeah, he's...
Even the tattoos on the arm, like, that's not regular anything De Niro has. It just...
No, those are prison tats.
Yeah. But yeah, there's all the stuff, attention to detail stuff. In what other film are you going to see De Niro smoking a bong? I mean, come on.
Yeah, there aren't very many. I mean, it's certainly not Goodfellas.
No. Pesci's sharing one. That'd be a scene. Stoned out Joe Pesci.
That'd be fantastic.
No. Stoned out Daniel Stern with Pesci. In Home Alone sequel. That'd be something.
Try not to tear his clothes off. They're new. He does maybe my second favorite De Niro line, right, is just him saying "yeah" to her. I don't even know what I was saying before when you interrupted about the Blu-ray, but that's fine. Production design on this apartment's pretty good too, because we know that Ordell has like $1 billion in his gun money.
Yeah. Nice clean modern joint off the beach.
You know, he could be living in a much more Tony Montana style.
Oh yeah, big old mansion if he wanted to, but he's saving it up.
Well, he might have to owe Jackie Brown 100,000 times two. There's some like Tostitos over there.
Oh, I think they got some pot. You're gonna have some Tostitos.
Well, sure.
Those are restaurant style ones. I mean, you got the sauce with it. You know?
Oh yeah, I love it. I love the restaurant style. They're thinner. It's almost, you know what? I think actually this is her apartment.
Yeah, well, because Ordell gives his address to Max Cherry as he has his other girl on the side as kind of a waste.
Right.
That he kind of, some little farm girl that rolled into town.
Right.
So that's more of an actual resident.
Right,
house,
so
like a ranch.
I should I guess that, makes me sound dumb because just talked about his Tony Montana mansion, but
he's probably still paying for this joint anyway.
Right.
And that's where he's hanging out most of the time anyway. But again,
that's Japan is so good.
Yeah. It's a nice scene to just let the characters breathe, because you really haven't had that much time for these characters to really kind of have a scene. And so 3 minutes later. That's great.
The fact that
that's a great cut.
They're talking about Japan, and she says, "Wanna fuck?"
You're like, yeah.
And then his delivery of, "Yeah."
The spot. Yeah, he's just
fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is fantastic about that. Like, it was like the icebreaker, right?
Oh,
like,
there it is.
I was looking at what else. Commodore's is great. He's definitely in like a section that I don't normally go in. The Four Tops was there.
Oh, yeah, the 60s oldies section in a way.
What is... Oh, I couldn't... They didn't have the thing.
This is definitely your Sam Goodies.
Yeah, the CD and the giant cartridge thing.
Blank videotapes. Oh, yeah. Crystal Palace and the Caesar's Palace font. Yeah, love this whole Cockatoo Lounge bit.
Yeah. I wonder... I'm going to see if this is real.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's got to be real. Just if it's still around is the question. But this is... Oh, my goodness. Yeah. This is a fucking lounge, man. This is where...
this is fucking beautiful.
This is where I want to chill out. No question about it.
I am not seeing anything that says Cockatoo Lounge. Unfortunately. So they might have changed the name. It might have, I don't know, but this place is great.
Oh yeah, love it. And places with a vibe.
When she said, "Is it dark?" I always kind of thought that just meant, "Is it a black bar?" Not like dimly lit.
Mm.
So, we're setting up, actually, a really great... Like, we don't know which way she's going here, right?
Yeah.
Like,
playing both sides a little bit, but
right.
Which one is she really going to help out more properly?
I like that they've moved to a secondary table. And it really does show that she is very much in charge and very smart and very like the leader of this operation.
I found a whole website dedicated to this actual place.
Oh, okay.
CockatooInn.com. Says today the old Cockatoo Inn suite is today populated by chain hotels Holiday Inn Express, Candlewood Suites, and Comfort Inn.
I saw the Comfort Inn.
So I don't think it's.
I saw the Comfort Inn on my list.
Because it says Brief Resurrection in '95, reopened by Chinese investors.
Which maybe was this.
Yeah. Purchased through a township and village enterprise, which then went bankrupt. So this is kind of the last thing that actually gave it anything. It was demolished in '05. But Lord Almighty, I know there's been a lot of problems with like Los Angeles not preserving a lot of these landmarks, but Lord of hell, I would have poured money into this.
I was going to say, where are you going to get that money from?
I don't know, but I would have signed a petition.
Well, yeah, that's free.
Yeah, I'm just saying stuff like this. I mean, it just, man, a location like that is just gold to me.
It's another good shot, too, to kind of establish where they are.
Yeah.
Is it a ground floor? Kind of looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe? Maybe it's the angle. They're just going to sit around and smoke this thing all day long?
Like, where the fuck does he have to go?
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So
everyone's having a little plot
right.
schemes.
So, I mean, okay, we've got her. As far as the cops know, she's bringing them $500,000 of Ordell's money.
And they're just going to slap the cuffs on him and he's going to be done.
Right. And then she's going to walk free.
Right.
And as far as Ordell knows, she is going to dupe the cops, make a switcheroo, and they're both going to run away.
Yeah.
Him with the money, her with the finder's fee.
Yeah.
And now De Niro and the other one
are cooking up a little something for themselves
to somehow dupe everybody, and for those two to get away with the money.
Right.
Like, this is exactly the kind of heist movie that just makes me hard.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. And we're about a little bit more than an hour.
We're about halfway in.
Yeah, right about the halfway point.
Yeah.
So, this movie's longer than we both kind of thought it was.
Yeah.
But it's fine because...
Look at this outfit on Jackson, man.
He's only ever worn these Kanga hats, too.
Yeah. Fabulous. Again, another one shot. Just let it roll.
Country is a chicken coop.
Yeah, I like Lewis's little question. He's like, I don't know if I can trust her, really. He still kind of trusts Ordell mainly. He wants to do right by him instead. But he's also maybe a tad bit impressionable, because he doesn't know kind of up from down out here, really.
He wants to believe Ordell.
Yeah.
There is that thing, right? Like the stereotype that the black guys always like the trophy is the white woman. I don't know how much I believe that.
Yeah,
but I believe that's where that dialogue comes from.
Sure, yeah.
There are times in this movie where we go a long time without seeing certain characters. And we haven't seen Max Cherry in a while.
Yeah. At least this is dropping that in there for him to be present. His answering machine message is very telling about it. Like he's giving like beeper number, 3 different phone numbers. You can tell.
He's got the itch.
He's smitten.
Yeah. Well, who wouldn't be? Look at this woman.
Yeah, come on.
And it's combination, right? Like, she's a beautiful woman.
Oh, yeah.
But there is something about that. Look at this attitude.
That look.
Look at this attitude she's got.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that she's played this "don't fuck with me" attitude.
Yeah.
Like,
straight. That's why she's a badass.
There's a Chick-fil-A. Look at that.
Oh.
I didn't think Chick-fil-A had made it out there that early, but apparently they had. I've never noticed that before, Chick-fil-A. That's a lot of people leaving out a side door. Maybe it's not a side door.
American president.
Oh, yeah.
Wolf. Hey, Wolf.
Wolf, look at that.
Talked about that one finally.
American president was...
Michael Douglas.
Yeah, but I feel like it was written or directed by somebody famous and possibly nominated for, like, screenplay or something.
I want to say something. I want to say a name, but I don't want to say it.
Yeah, well, you don't want to be like me and fuck it up. Say the wrong thing. Because I'm famous for that.
I'm betting on myself here, bud. American president. It was Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner, yes.
That's what I figured.
All right.
But.
I like this, that, you know, Max Cherry's just living his life at the mall. Although, if it's
the heart of the 90s, yeah.
Right. If it's
straight.
If it's like a Saturday, though, wouldn't he want to be at his bail bond business? Does he not have other employees? I feel like he doesn't.
He's got another employee for
yeah,
sure.
but I don't think Big Z is Z Gangster or whatever the fuck.
Gangster. In 97, he was Z Gangster.
I don't know if.
Yeah.
I don't think that he like runs the shop.
No,
you know.
But, hey, you gotta take a day off sometime, I guess. Especially when you got this waiting for you. I mean, why don't you take a day off for that?
Just smoking in the mall.
Oh, yeah.
How ridiculous was the smoking section of any restaurant?
What's the point, really? It's all going to drift around.
That's right.
It's called an air circulation system for a reason. It's just swoop around. You have a room with a door and walls.
A door, right, yeah.
They'll smoke themselves into a coughing fit.
But it kind of is somebody's life savings.
Yeah.
Well, he's already written 15,000 of them. I mean, the other night, the night you stole my gun.
Yeah.
Isn't she like, oh my God, it is so perfect.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's these two so much. It makes... I mean, everything else in the film is great, but these two just are such great chemistry. There's just a beauty between the two of them.
The 4K is unbelievable.
Oh, my Lord. I like that.
Do you like the fade out to blacks?
Pull it, yeah.
Yeah. The consistency here in this being his third film that all kind of had these like almost like chapter breaks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he loves that kind of storytelling.
Yeah.
And I also love that kind of storytelling. Yeah. So he went on. Let's see, what was Kill Bill next? I think Kill Bill was next.
So, yeah.
Kill Bill's the ultimate, like, chapter break. You know. Is he narrating to a tape recorder?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wire.
He just looks so cool, Batman, there.
Yeah.
It's white. Great dialogue. This is Tarantino.
Yeah, yeah.
International, there's Sparrow, everyone's favorite.
Yeah. If it's a mall, there's Sbarro somewhere.
I love it. I love it. Get a Stromboli. Oh, fuck yeah. So, is Max Cherry there just to kind of observe?
Yeah. Just trying to feel out how this is all going to go down. Because he's the one guy not latched into the situation. And the fact that we figured out before we got that answer from him still keeps him a little bit of an ambiguity in hovering around the story. What's his choice going to be when the time comes to make a choice?
That's Sharonda.
Yeah.
Country is a chicken coop.
Yes, indeed. That fits the bill.
Don't look over your shoulder, you dumb country bitch. The dichotomy between these two.
Yeah, just worlds apart. They're on different continents.
She's got a little enchilada there.
That's a whole lot of food.
Looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Here he's going, well, that was easy. Mm-hmm. Banana Republic there.
Yeah.
Is the Del Amo shopping mall still there, I wonder? Or was it maybe called something else? I don't know.
Because I think we mentioned that they also shot there prior to this in Kindergarten Cop. I believe that was... I knew we talked about another one beforehand. I think that was used in that film, but that was 6 years earlier.
Del Amo Fashion Center is open. They close at 9 p.m.
Okay.
Pacific time, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Simon
Torrance,
Mall.
yeah, Torrance.
Yeah, it's a Simon Mall. They're a very very big national owners of malls. And yeah, they're still a thing.
Cool. Someone survived the mall purge.
I mean, there are still some nice malls out there in the world, but
not near here no more. It's a pile of rubble.
Right.
I like the whole thing. It's all Cherry's perspective. Clock and everything.
And what I... Obviously, if you're watching this, you're a fan and you've watched it many times.
Yeah.
But I love the gimmick later on where we show the same story from multiple points of view.
Yeah. I mean, that's Tarantino.
Yes. And it's beautiful.
And it's perfection. And here's the bit where he sees the extra cog in the whole thing.
What a close-up.
Oh, yeah. And the music comes in.
Now, they didn't really show how those two made the switch.
No.
But that little half smile right there.
Yeah.
The music is very mall music, right? Like Muzak.
Oh, yeah.
1 hour photo. Things remembered. That R.I.P. to that store.
Merle Norman. Limited 2.
Ford Taurus.
Yeah. Saw a Camaro. And Bondsman, he can...
Yeah,
get the info on that easy. One
you can
phone
run
call.
that. And did you see the eyebrows?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There it is.
And just that another real close insert on the
tape.
The tape deck, yeah. Like, I love this. And this is so Tarantino.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
There's a string of them all in a row, too.
Yeah. That sharpness, man.
And look at this outfit.
Oh, yeah.
And there he's drinking a screwdriver.
Oh, yeah.
Step into my office. They are in the upstairs.
The Long Beach.
And De Niro. God damn it.
Oh, yeah. Just...
Like, let's give De Niro notes on this scene as a director. Just sit there and...
Gotta scratch yourself.
Right,
trying to act like you're not paying attention to him, but you can't not.
Right,
so mind your own business, but...
Right, yes. And Jackie Brown is a 10 here in this outfit.
Bam. Grier. Incredible.
We were joking over dinner, and I might have been the previous commentary that we were talking about Carpenter and how we'd never seen Ghosts of Mars. Well, I watched it, and Pam Grier's in it.
Yeah.
And I remember watching it, and at that time, we had already decided that we were going to do this film. And I thought, oh shit, Jackie Brown is in John Carpenter's Ghosts of Mars. What a drop-off in career.
Yeah, I
love that.
Yeah,
where you can't get the phone.
That's great. That's perfection. That's such character. But yeah, as Tarantino got the entire thing, just off the Travolta thing. he kind of resuscitated his career because
Right.
he gave him the one role, and people
Right.
kind of feel like he was just going to keep being able to do that for certain people. And I mean, this film didn't make that. As we said, really didn't. It had no box office stay. Give me a second here. I mean, it garnered just under $75 million off a $12 million budget, but this one did.
Okay.
But still, it's like the critics weren't as bowled over as they were for Pulp Fiction. So it wasn't. It just didn't have the mixing combination of things to really kind of like blow up a career in that regard.
Well, that's true. And
I mean, Pam went off to did a lot of regular television work, but she never really got this type of thing before again.
The other thing, and I really don't know how to say this strongly enough, is this movie got fucking bulldozed by Titanic.
Yeah. Titanic was the #1 film for 4 months.
Yes. I have a very distinct memory of the night of Valentine's Day of 1998, which was the first Valentine's Day after Titanic came out. Valentine's happened to fall on a Saturday night that year.
Oh my God.
And I was
out the fucking door.
I was working box office. I wasn't even
non-stop.
I wasn't even a manager at this point.
Oh yeah, no. Fresh. You're still in high school.
I'm 17 years old, right? I'm a senior in high school. I was working the box office.
Right.
Saturday night, it's Valentine's night. We had it in our 3 biggest houses, Titanic. Now, this movie opened on December 19th.
Yes.
So, we're talking almost
2 months.
2 months later.
And it's
the top 3 theaters, and all 3 were sold out all night long.
I don't doubt it one bit.
People don't realize how big of an event this movie was.
It was a tidal wave.
Yes. So,
as big as the tidal wave into the Poseidon Adventure was the movie Titanic.
Yes. And I as much like I remember this movie opened, like I have a memory of the house that this was in.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the third or fourth biggest house on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Because it was new and we had to give
Tarantino hot.
Yeah, you're right.
Expecting big things.
But as we learned, Titanic had legs and everything else did not.
Well, this happened with The Hateful Eight too, because it came out right about, I think it was Force Awakens kind of came out about the same time, and because Disney's like, you're going to give us, there's like a contractual like 2 or 3 week run you have to give us for the premium format stuff, and Hateful Eight was like what, like 70mm Panavision stuff.
Right, they filmed it,
and it couldn't get the theaters for it.
Right, I went and saw it, and you could hear the rattling of the thing. It came with a fucking program.
I'm sure.
Like, it was an event. But not an event, like, going to see it was an event, but the movie itself wasn't big.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've really digressed from this.
So, Tarantino's gotten some raw deals over the years with box office.
Right, and...
bad timing.
He's definitely, like, part of the scheme now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, because she got away with 10 grand.
Yeah, of course. Get the fuck out of here.
Is this the same movie? No.
No. Like, no, not right now. Not now.
Right. Not while he's over there and he's not in a good mood.
No.
Oh.
But, again, fuck, man, De Niro's so good in this shit. His little head turn, like...
for real this time,
maybe,
is so
kinda.
good.
It's like, maybe, kinda. And this shit.
I like this
glorious.
stuff.
It's
I love it.
It's all just style, man. He knows his style.
And he really just kind of came out of nowhere. This is also a time when, you know, flight attendants didn't have to go through like a security.
Oh, yeah, as we saw at the beginning, yeah.
You know, you just skirt around.
Yeah.
So, the plan is only for 50,000, right? Not for... Yes, okay. I love the close-ups.
Yeah. I love that she's testing him, too.
Well,
just trying to get a barometer on the guy.
Right, right. Shut her down real quick.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that answers my previous question about her court date and all this stuff.
Yeah. Here we go.
And the little inserts.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Baby.
It took us an hour and 40 minutes in, but
yeah. Big Zeus. Rest in peace.
I was
That was a sad day.
the
Tiny Lister was gone.
yeah, who was a Crip through and through. What a crazy guy that he was. So, Zoo, it's funny because as much as I love wrestling,
Yeah.
I will only like go back and rewatch between 88 and 91.
Okay.
So I'm currently rewatching all of 1989.
Okay.
And I literally just
Saturday Night's Main
last
Event.
night watched the Saturday Night's Main Event
Yeah. I love that.
leading up to SummerSlam.
Yeah.
And he was a really, really bad actor and a bad wrestler. But what a fun time to be a wrestling fan.
I mean,
No holds barred and all that.
there's something about that when there's the Boss Man Hogan cage match.
Oh, that
And
was the
Zeus-
one before, yeah.
Yeah. There's some, every time I watch it, there's something about how they shot that thing feels so cinematic.
Yeah, they shot it from a low angle.
Yeah, they did a
Zeus-
real masterful job.
Zeus
building
feels
that
like
one
he's
up.
100 feet tall.
Yeah.
What I remember about that night, more than the Zeus Hogan thing, is the Hogan Boss Man
Oh yeah.
and the superplex off the top of the
Oh
cage.
yeah. Hell.
And Boss Man took that bump like you wouldn't believe. And he's
Boss Man was
350.
At least 350.
Anyway, so Zeus was notoriously part of the Blue Gang in LA, to the point where he wouldn't get in a red car because,
Yeah, you could get shot.
yes, he could get shot.
Yeah. Ain't no fooling around there. I mean, Ahmed Johnson was kind of the same situation too. He was
Yeah,
all up in that stuff, and
here's
there were
our
no good times.
comp shot to the first one.
Oh yeah. Another big kind of song to strut around with. I mean, pumping her up.
God, I want to go here so bad now.
Yeah, big hero shot of the place.
There's Sam Goody.
There's Sam Goody, yeah. Another great shot here. Dolling around.
And you can tell something doesn't feel right.
She's just clocking it all, just being super careful.
Did you say you have the soundtrack?
Oh, yeah.
Because this is another good song.
Oh, yeah.
She working on commission? Is that... She must be. Oh, yeah, baby.
That's $1 million right there. Woo!
She's already the badass in the room.
Oh, yeah, she already is.
I love her facials.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can tell exactly when her demeanor changes, like something has gone through her mind.
Yeah. Where the confidence kind of shifts off and the apprehension sets in.
Booyah! That's a little Stuart Scott, rest in peace. So now we got to get this other $500,000.
Mm-hmm.
It's in a plastic bag, bitch. Just lift the whole thing up. I don't understand. But as a viewer, I am so curious now because her face said "uh-oh" before, and you're like, I want to know.
Yeah.
What does that face mean?
Yeah.
What did she think of? And what a ball move, right? To leave $500,000 in the fitting room. Anymore, there'd be one of those little gimmicky security things on it.
Oh yeah.
267.
Ouch.
Fuck me! I'm gonna get out that calculator. Great tracking shot around. Clearly she looks panicked. So the camera work is panicked.
Yeah.
$267 in 1997 is $528 today. Ooh. So that's a pretty penny for a suit.
Yeah.
And as a viewer, we don't know why she's behaving this way, but you believe that she is panicked.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this tracking shot.
Yeah.
All one shot. and the music is just anxiety driven enough. Like it's not all the way, but this is.
Yeah.
Right? Like what's happening?
Yeah.
And now, I don't remember. I was talking the whole time, so I don't remember what's what as far as the time goes.
Well, this is just stepping us back again.
Right. Well, I know that, but I like to know.
Yeah.
Like, he knows as a career criminal, including bank robbery.
Yeah. Timing is crucial.
Yes. And she's just so laissez-faire about everything.
And he's so pissed off.
Straighten up, bitch! That... Straighten up, bitch is one of my favorite lines in the history of cinema.
I like the fact that he's done going with the slick back hair and stuff.
Well, he just got out of the shower.
Yeah, but still, it gives him an entirely different demeanor. Kind of evokes Cape Fear De Niro.
A little bit, but that was a disaster.
I haven't seen that since 90-something. But man, he's...
Look at that caterpillar he's got there.
Yeah, but no, I mean, just... This is a totally different Lewis than we've had before. He's really hot. He just had enough of her shit.
Straighten up, bitch. The eyes. I'm telling you.
De Niro's hot in this movie. He's sizzling, man.
There may never have been a De Niro movie ever where he had less dialogue.
Oh, yeah.
This may be the
dialogue doesn't make a role, man.
Correct.
This is what makes a role.
I might go on record as saying this is the fewest lines of dialogue he's ever had in a movie.
Probably.
Oh, there's the old tip of the cap, Max Jerry. Had they met before, though?
Just Lewis was there when he was dropping off the bond to free Beaumont.
Right.
So he was...
Right, yes, okay. Knock you the fuck up.
The pressure's on him, man. Lewis knows what happened with Beaumont.
Here we go. Remember where we came in?
He ain't gonna become Beaumont, man. And she's just willing to fucking twist the knife.
Here it might be.
Oh, yeah. Well, the fact that she got locked up for it.
Nagging and nagging and nagging.
When he goes back to thinking, when he's talking with Ordell at the bar, it's like, what the fuck you keep her around for?
And she's just fucking sneedling him.
Oh, yeah, motherfucker.
It's so good.
Like, no.
The old monkey ward.
Yeah, baby. He tells 97 because they ain't going to be along for this world.
That car is 97 too. There's a OJ Bronco back there.
That car ain't along for the world either.
Love it.
Yeah.
He warned her twice.
Oh, yeah.
That's what she gets. But straighten up, bitches.
That's what I said it was, huh? Yeah. I bet the Volvo.
God, he's so good.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this bag is the one...
The engine cuts out.
This is the bag with 50 grand.
Oh, yeah.
And she pocketed 10, so...
Yeah. about 10 minutes before they show up, he shows up.
Right. Listening to the Delphonics.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if is it too coincidental that he sees De Niro and gives him the tip of the cap here? I mean, I guess he's always been kind of the observer. Mm-hmm. In the women's department? You idiot! That $500 suit is fucking badass.
Yeah.
Straighten up, bitch!
Hashtag that now.
Yes! Oh my god. Who's buying that rainbow-looking shit over there on the far right? Not this shot, but on the Jackie Brown shot. This is the yellows. The piss and poop there. Look at that on the right. That rainbow stripe. That looks like, that's bad.
There might be some flamboyant folks today that would
sure,
around with it, but I don't know about 97.
A lot of bright colors, though. I mean, they have it paired with a bunch of solid colored pants, so that's fine. And she's trying to get away. Yeah. Maybe she didn't have a chance to pocket the extra 10. I don't know. I don't know if they ever really resolved that.
I think it gets mentioned later on.
Maybe.
She stuffed it in her shorts.
See, they got the stripe with the red pant back there.
Right. The red pant not working either.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if I like it with the blue jacket. I don't know if I like this shit that he's standing by either. And they've got all the colored hats too. Like, it's very
it's
80s.
Definitely spring summer.
Yeah, very certain. 80s. Well, the calendar said June.
Oh yeah, June. It's totally June.
In Jackie's apartment, it said June calendar. See, I like the purple hat. I like the yellow hat.
Which would fit, because the movie of Wolf came out in June of 1994. If they're being that specific. Check with the American president.
Yeah, check on the American president.
We got to check we got to double check here. 95, so that throws it off. Darn it. No, it came out a year and a half later, so.
Oh, all right.
We almost gave it praise and it fell off. November of 95.
And look at that. There it is.
Well, of course, not as this was in as disparate shape as this one was, but there was a Bremerton Mall over in Tinley Park that didn't survive much past the 90s, but they had a poster in the concourse for Addams Family Values for like a fucking ages. It just sat there until the place shut down.
And they never took it out?
No. This is my memory, so memory can be faulty, but I just recall going there over and over again, and it's just still there.
That's odd.
The thing closed up in like 04 or something like that. So
and it was still there?
As far as my memory is concerned, but unless I find a time machine to go back. I just recall it just being there well past when it should have been gone.
Should have been gone.
Because in the basics, by the time the mall was closing up, it was getting eaten up by Menards, and the only thing that was left was a theater and a Chinese joint, and the Chinese joint passed before the frickin' theater did.
Oh, Comerica Bank.
Yeah.
Where is Comerica Park? I'm trying to remember.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's a baseball field. I'm trying to remember. Detroit? No. Cincinnati? Nope.
Hold on. Erica Park. No, Detroit Tigers.
Oh, I was right the first time.
Yeah.
Look at me. I know something once in a while, goddammit.
It falls in the right place sometimes.
Well, the stopwatch is right twice a day, so... And his car is a fucking beaut, too.
Oh, yeah.
I really want to go to this mall and just go in and say I was at the Jackie Brown Mall. Oh, the old Hofbrau. It feels like his mustache has grown down further. Look at him. Look at Sam Jackson. You couldn't just hit her, he says. And the two fingers. Sam Jackson.
Oh, yeah. He's a master.
Is a master. The
punching on a man. Oh, God.
I'm afraid of him in this movie. You know what I mean? As much as he's likable, and I just said 2 hours ago I want to be his friend.
Yeah. But, I mean, for me, I haven't seen every Sam Jackson performance there is, not even half of them. But I think this might be the best performance I've ever seen from him. I mean, we've got some heavyweight stuff still to get to. But there's so much he gets in this role that just excels, maximizes his talent.
Yeah, he's had to sell a lot of AK-47s to a lot of N-words to get that. So somewhere,
you bring back that same anxiety.
Yeah.
Music.
Yes. Yeah. The trumpets or whatever it is. It's just enough, right?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of catchy and funky.
It just gives you a little apprehension. Oh.
Ordell is the kind of man. Go ahead.
The subtle zoom in. Oh my goodness.
On his praying or whatever he's doing.
Just his simmering moment of contemplation. And that.
Mm-hmm. His hair is we never really touched on the back of his head.
Yeah, I love the whole look.
And I don't know if I feel like that might be a wig too.
Yeah.
Now, is Ordell, I forget, is he under the impression that she was telling Batman that she was bringing the 550? Because we know that she only told DEA that she was bringing
50,000, yeah.
This is another
just
one shot, yeah.
With a few punch-ins and everything,
right.
But still.
That last one was probably 2 minutes. Well, that is true. From his point of view, he wasn't even in the room with Max Cherry.
Right. Yeah.
For the Beaumont deal. He was in the other room reading magazines and drinking coffee, and then he went out and fucked with the levels.
Yeah.
So, you were saying that you think this is Sam's strongest?
Oh,
look at that shot.
He's just so goddamn good in this.
I don't know if it's his best, but...
I mean, I'm just so thoroughly impressed by it all. I'm just like... It's a power... I mean, he's a powerhouse actor, flat out, but... When he gets scary, oh my goodness. And it's a character with a certain particular range and complexity to him.
Well, I mean, like I just said, 2 hours ago I sat here talking about how I wanted to be his friend. Right. When he's sitting cross-legged in Max Cherry's office, charming as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then the juxtaposition between that and this.
Yeah. Even just the whole thing with Beaumont, it's like he's like having a good rapport with him and kind of joking him up and stuff like that. Then, as soon as he's in that trunk, the switch flips.
Right.
And he's like, man, I'm just going to relish taking this motherfucker out because I ain't risking my shelf off this fucking dude. They can be that jovial and that charismatic and that charming and then flip over to being saying fairly terrifying and cold and calculating and cutthroat. It just shows the man's ability.
I love that because Sharonda was expecting me to wear it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that he like straightened out his crotch. Like sometimes it gets a little jumbled up down there. You got to give it a little rub and tug.
It's complicated. Just again, his body language too. When he chooses to sit down on the chair to get this kind of. Was bear down on her without leaning in on him. So there's like 5 different ways you could play the scene from his angle.
Right.
He could be leaning over the whole thing. He could be right in her face, but
he's frantic as right.
Right.
Look at her ash.
Yeah. Yeah. Just whoa.
And it's getting closer and closer.
Oh, yeah.
I love her attitude.
Oh, yeah. And her and Keaton are just like snipping right at that edge. Same level.
And she's so confident, right?
Right. But then she's still terrified.
Well,
because she still could get. He could decide, fuck it, throwing in the slammer. There's still a risk.
Well, the good news is, Lewis is going to be found dead.
Yeah.
Although
they're going to find Melanie. They're going to find Lewis.
Right. Ordell is still out there.
Yeah.
clearly he's behind all of it.
Here he comes.
So how is that her fault? And she's still
kind of hanging up in the air.
Right. Like, wouldn't she still be afraid that Ordell's out to get her?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just thinking, I'm extrapolating a little bit.
Sure.
If they catch Ordell and Ordell says, she walked away with $500,000 of my dollars, wouldn't they then have a case to go back to her?
Oh yeah.
And there's old chicken coop Sharonda. 97, this was like the beginning of cell phones, right?
Oh yeah. She looks stoned out of her gourd too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She's seen shit. The rainbows flying over her fucking face.
This some repugnant shit is a great line. There's still like
No, 20
or 25 minutes left in this thing, and I kind of forgot about this coda after the caper.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And he gets that back?
There it is.
I didn't think he got it. Oh no, the fee was 1,000.
Yeah.
The 10,000 was collateral. Okay, so yes,
Yeah.
all right, got it.
Oh, yeah.
You're.
This is where he really sinks into it. You see the real Ordell.
Yeah, it's like.
Mm-hmm. This is the juicy stuff.
Right. This is some repugnant shit.
Straight up bitch.
Straight up bitch is the line of the movie. There's Zeus and his funky, wonky eye.
Oh, yeah.
One that goes the wrong way.
Yeah.
I mean, what a dummy on the mic is when he was trying to be a wrestler.
Oh, yeah. Just leave it to Savage and Sherry.
Right.
They'll
yeah.
carry just fine.
Hogan, beefcake barber.
Like, we don't know what else to do with this character. He didn't really have any lines in the movie. Banging on my door like the goddamn police.
He's got blood on his shirt, for Christ's sake. I don't know if I've ever noticed that. he's got Lewis's blood on him.
She's still stoned out. She don't know what's going on.
Is that a gun above the unicorn on the mantle or on the wall behind the?
Like a flintlock or something.
Yeah, it almost looks like a sawed-off shotgun or something. And I love the art direction, like the look.
Trying to catch the couch over here. What the hell's going on over there?
Floral print.
Yeah, upholstery.
But like, look above the mantle where the smoke of where there was a picture or a painting or something.
Oh yeah.
You know, the rectangle outline. Like, that's beautiful. And then somebody took down whatever art was up and hung up a fucking unicorn. Goddamn Sharonda and her country ass.
That's a nice.
Yeah, line. I like that line. And now, I mean, we've got. She don't even know you're here.
Oh yeah.
He did admit to it.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it's coincidence or whatever that he's sitting on the chair the same way.
Yeah, that's a great piece of blocking, framing, everything.
Well, again, it's a point of view.
Oh, yeah. But just like domineering versus intimidated.
Right, yeah.
And look at Jackson, man. Lord Almighty. Yeah, I'm scared to hell like hell about him.
And what's so good about this character is he's very much intimidating and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But
you can stroke his ego.
He's also kind of, malleable and dumb, right?
Yeah.
Like,
it's
gullible.
Well, it's like Melanie was saying to Lewis earlier. It's like Lewis, like, oh, you know so much about guns. Like, oh, he's just repeating shit he's heard. He doesn't know anything more about guns than I do. He projects a persona.
Right.
He projects that he's that smart, but he's nowhere as smart as Jackie is. Not even close. She's been stringing him along like a freaking dope.
Well, and he just did the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
I love the cigarette case that everybody had back in the 90s. The slow zoom again.
Yeah.
And again with the facials. Like, I don't know how... Was she nominated?
No,
I feel like she was not nominated for actress in a leading role.
Curious. It's not the Oscars.
And here's Ordell back to character number one, right?
What?
Where
she was nominated at the Golden Globes.
Oh, that's right, because they made it as a musical or comedy.
Yes.
And it's like...
Which is...
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And this is great, too, the practice run.
Mm-hmm. Can you do it fast enough? Because he's going to come in ready to shoot.
And she's not very good at it.
They also nominated Jackson at the Golden Globe.
Yeah.
So, as much
that's because you had two
SAG Awards nominated her too.
Now that I appreciate.
That one I can give for. Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say Golden Globes are a bit.
Well, yeah,
they're a shaky business as it was.
They're a shaky business, and there's the whole musical or comedy thing
that skewed a lot. It's kind of a farce in and of itself.
It is, because it's like, oh well, we don't have enough spots in the one, so we'll just stick you.
We'll just skew it over to this category. No, it doesn't already fit. This is not a comedy. I mean, it has comedy. It's got comedy moments.
Was there ever a moment
this is a drama.
In the movie where you smiled? Oh, then you qualify for musical or comedy.
Like
Look at that shot.
I mean, the fact that people keep calling the FX series The Bear a comedy, and people say, that's not a comedy. It's
not. It's fucking brilliant is what it is. Chi-Town represent.
I've heard people like that show is
brutal. Everybody just dial up The Bear right now and indulge in some Chicago. And, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Category fraud, as they call it.
100%. I wonder where they.
Where the hell it is.
I'm curious.
Probably changed hands 6 times.
Yeah, it looks like it was an old Taco Bell or something, like the old ones. I'm sure that there's a movie locations website or article or something on this.
Someone's got to.
Because I'm curious what this bail bonds is now.
Oh yeah. This whole bit's great.
Look at his forehead. Isn't that interesting? He's got like a bump.
Huh.
Max Cherry does.
Yeah.
There's the consistency, right?
Looking at his left temple, isn't that a little bit of the netting from the hair?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
That might be the glue from the hair.
4K's betraying him a little bit. Grab this on VHS.
Yeah, look at that. That is the glue. You would never see that on the original transfer.
No.
I mean, nobody's really looking at it either.
No, but as we're
dissecting, yeah. Disappointing, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. What a great car.
Yeah, just with Jackson, because it's a layered performance in so many different ways. And he gets to play quiet. He gets to play loud. He gets to play all the different things.
I wonder if that was scripted. Probably not.
The drop.
Yeah, I love stuff like that. You just roll with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it feels more natural.
Oh yeah. Tarantino feels like a guy who embraces that, like improv stuff like that.
Right. Try it this way.
Find the moment.
Right. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. Just bam, bam.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, ma'am. Oh, that Winston. Mm-hmm. He was there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, looking 2 different directions.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his Rolex and his baseball bat.
Yeah.
Love this perspective shot, right? Let's be consistent with it, right?
Yeah.
And that would make sense as far as Batman's concerned there. Because he's got his 40 grand.
Yeah.
The other 10 was on Melanie.
Yeah.
That's the 50 that is all he knew about.
Yeah.
Ordell's dead. Ooh, she looks good again. It's funny because she negotiated the 10 versus 15% with Ordell, yeah. I don't think you can just take it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go and have it legally transferred, I suppose.
Yeah.
Although if he's dead,
I don't know who's going to sign the paperwork
right,
for that.
Right. You have to provide
state property now.
Death certificate or something.
It's going to be ought to be on auction.
Robert Forster did go on to have a small little role in Breaking Bad.
Oh, cool.
And was just the cat's ass in that as well.
That's a weird way of putting it.
So he's just been great in everything he ever did.
He's such a consistent, rock solid actor.
And then we lost him not that long ago.
A couple of years, 3 years or so. I love the fact that he's this one character in the film that just has this purity about himself. He's not swayed to take more than what he feels he's owed and deserves. He's modest.
He's also not really a wheeler and dealer or a schemer or...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a little sugar.
Mm-hmm.
You sure you don't want to go?
No.
I mean, I would.
Oh. The fact that she's smitten with him too. It's both ways, and she's just like, man, this is such a good man. And such an honest man.
Which you get the feeling like she hasn't run into too many of those.
Oh yeah. I mean, even before they said like, well, her husband got locked up for another piece of like smuggling business and everything like that. So like she just encountered everyone who's a little crooked here and there, and this one guy is just pure sweetness.
What a nice little moment that is too.
Yeah. And he's back to just this tired old, same old day, say he's going to quit. And he just, his mind's elsewhere. Just watching it walk away. Oh, yeah, no.
I won't be here. I'll be on a beach with Jackie Brown. Maybe.
Oh.
Nope. She gone.
Just that look, man. Oh, my goodness.
The little lipstick on his lips.
Yeah. This last shot is what gets him the nomination. Totally. It just puts the bow on it. Oh.
The instant regret.
Oh, yeah. Just, oh, my goodness. Whew. My Lord. Never going to have that again, is what he's thinking.
Yes.
Oh.
And there, I love the poetic bookend of the song.
Oh yeah, Bobby Womack. Oof.
I really like this song.
And the song fits with the theme of the film, with her character arc.
Yes.
And I love subtitles that'll put the actual lyrics up on screen, because you don't get that much. But it's so good.
And the lip sync.
Oh yeah.
Which.
And she's having the same feeling. Like, man, I'll leave him behind, that
she's
wonderful man.
Right.
She almost wants to turn around right now.
Yeah, like she's got tears in her eyes.
Oh yeah.
Like
they're having the same feeling at the same time. Oh my Lord.
Yeah, the eye on the right is wet.
Yeah. My Lord, yeah, just bravo.
This movie's a 10. 100.
Bravo.
Yeah, this is number 1 for me.
That cast, like Live in Hell. That's brilliant. That cast is brilliance.
Yeah, there's so many great people. I was trying to get a name on Sharonda, but Chicks Who Love Guns. Dear Lord. All right, I'm backlogged, so now I'm not caught up on any of these.
It's a bit fast.
It is going really fast.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
Yeah.
I guess I understand why he didn't win. Like Forster, yeah. Like, it was really good. It was the Resurgence nomination for him also, I think.
Yeah.
You know, he's kind of in that same category as Burt Reynolds. And you go, like, Burt Reynolds, it was, you know, here's this comedy action star.
Yeah.
Who's not really done a lot of serious stuff. Now he did a serious role, so we're going to give it to him.
Yeah.
And here, you know, Forster's been not the lead in anything.
Nothing high profile.
You know.
No, yeah.
And so now he's in a semi-lead, and he knocks it out of the park. Right,
film.
Right.
He is the heart of the entire film.
Right.
He's
the glue.
The beating heart, the glue, everything. Just like, this film is exceptional. It brings him in that role, brings it up to that next level because of the story between Max and Jackie. Because all the crime elements are fantastic. The characters are fantastic. But it makes you feel something by the end of the film. I mean, those last moments, my God.
Yeah. And so I think that's really, like, it was here's a surprise out of nowhere situation.
Yeah.
So I think that was the case. You know, Good Will Hunting is a very good movie. And Robin Williams, again, comedy actor, he's been nominated a few times for all of his dramatic work, with obviously Dead Poets Society being the Mount Rushmore of him.
Yeah.
So I get it. It was the lifetime achievement kind of situation. Minnie Riperton, who is the mother of Maya Rudolph.
Okay.
Anyway, so like, I get it. I'm sad that, like, Tarantino wasn't honored for writing.
Yeah, adapted screenplay.
Yeah.
At least. Because it's a fabulous screenplay.
Yeah, and, you know, I feel like he really deserves some love for directing. Yeah. Oh, there's Wolf, got credit.
Yeah.
Peter Fonda got a thank you. Interesting.
Yeah. I'm trying to look at the right side, but
yeah, it was weird. Really going fast. Kangol hats got a.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure they provided. I'm sure they provided some. Wardrobe.
But yeah.
Yeah, Titanic again, was so big.
It's just, like I said, it's just a cresting over top of it. You're just decimated in the wave of things. So, like, the technical awards, no one else really has a chance.
Right. It was a no contest.
Yeah, right.
And, you know, I was just happy that LA Confidential got some love.
Yeah, Basinger.
And Basinger did win. And I just rewatched it recently. And for up until December 19th, it was the best movie of the year.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
But this is definitely high up on that list the same year, which was, again, tough year. But I think it's gotten the appreciation in retrospect so much. People have really... This was a really good film. It showed a different side of Tarantino, what more he could do with his craft and trying to change up the style of film he could do and bring out different types of performances and different types of feelings from a film.
Yeah, definitely my number one from him, but
excellent.
We appreciate you sitting around and watching something different with us.
Yeah, so thanks guys for joining us, and hopefully you really enjoyed this one. So
we'll see you next time.
Take care.